Head over to miniaturemarket.com where they have thousands of board games at discounted prices like Exploding Minions. Hello my friends, it's the Game Boy Geek here. You're about to see my Allegro 1-minute overview and final thoughts. This is designed to see if this game warrants more of your time. If it does, just keep watching because then you'll see my full intro overview and final thoughts. However, if you don't want to be spoiled anything and you want to skip right to the full review, use the time index below in YouTube. Exploding Minions is a re-implementation of Exploding Kittens. It's a 2 to 5 player card game where you're trying to be the last minion standing without exploding, but you'll be able to defuse those just to avoid exploding. On your turn, you might be playing cards and then doing what it says, like looking into the future and seeing which cards are on top of the deck. And you might be secretly saying that there's an exploding minion on top, and you might not want to get that. So you can play multiple cards like, now I'll shuffle the deck, because at the end of your turn, you've got to draw a card by default. Or maybe you had played draw from the bottom, knowing that the next player might be the one to draw the exploding minion. When someone does draw that, if they have a diffuse card, they can play it, they stop their turn, and they can secretly put this anywhere on the deck, including the top, making sure that the next person that gets it, ha ha ha, now they're exploding and they've got to stop it. If you can't, you're out of the game, be the last one standing to win. And there's all sorts of wacky cards like nope, canceling out actions from other players, putting minions together to steal cards from others, cloning the card that's below it, and even attacking, forcing other players to draw cards when you're supposed to. If you're the last one not to explode, you win. With Exploding Minions, silliness totally fits the theme with these minions as I love them in the movies. I love that the diffusers, you can put the minion anywhere, maybe on top, and then it becomes head games and table talk, whether did I put it there, did I not? You can play as little or as many cards as you want, and that flexibility can give you some different strategies in this very light, somewhat random game. There's lots of intrigue where you might know things that other players don't. And it's trying to figure out, what did they do? What did they know? Why are they laughing? Why are they giggling? All that sort of stuff. This is all about bluffing and head games, sometimes putting cards on the bottom for no reason, just so the next person thinks it's safe. But on the negative side, it can feel pretty random. There's player elimination, so you might be waiting for the game to end, but it's pretty short, it's not too bad. And there's a decent amount of take that, stealing cards from the players, messing them over. But if you go in knowing what you're going to get into, I think you can have fun with this one. Just don't take it too seriously. And I think it was much more fun than I thought it was going to be. Hello my friends, it's the Game Boy Geek here. Today we are exploding things, but this time it's not kittens. This is Exploding Minions. This is a re-implementation and a new sequel to the very popular game Exploding Kittens. So let me show you how this works, and I'll see you on the other side. In Exploding Minions, you're trying to be the last one to not explode because over the course of the game, players are going to be taking exploding minion cards, not knowing they're coming, from the pile, and if they're not able to defuse it, they'll explode and be out of the game, be the last one standing to win. On your turn, you have two choices. You can either play as many cards as you want, one at a time, and do what they say, then draw a card, or you don't have to play anything and just draw a card. So let's say we play a card. We see this, we see the future. This allows us to look at the top 3 cards of the deck and then look at them secretly. We have a Bob at the bottom there, we have a diffuse, and we have an exploding minion. That's not good because at the end of our turn, we need to draw a card and we don't want it to be an exploding card. So we could stop now and draw this, which we know is a bad idea, or we could play another card. For example, we might play a shuffle card, which has us shuffle the draw pile, and then maybe we would draw it and hopefully would not have an exploding minion. There's one, basically there's one minion card for each player minus 1, meaning like if we're playing a 4-player game, there's only 3 of them in here. That makes sure that only one player is going to be standing alive at the end. Or maybe instead, now I play this card. This allows me to end my turn without drawing, because now I know that the next player draws, they're going to get it. So let's say we did that. It's the next player's turn. Let's say they're like, you know what, I'm trying to keep all my cards. I don't want to do anything. I just want to flip the card. Well, we have an exploding minion card. So they have to, if they can't stop this, they're out of the game for good. They've lost. But everyone starts with a diffuse card. Now these diffuse cards, they allow you to stop being exploded. So they'll take that minion card and they can put it anywhere, the exploding card, anywhere in the deck. Now your turn is going to end after playing this, so you could put it right on top of the deck for the next player to get it. And they're going to be totally paranoid. And there's a lot of table talk. You'd be like, yeah, I put it on top. You better, good luck with that one. And totally be messing with them and making them use other cards on their turn. Like, all right, well, I think you put it on top. You told me you did. Maybe you're lying. But I'm going to now draw from the bottom. So then that player is going to go like this, and they're going to put this card in their hand, okay? So there's a lot of sort of like intrigue about what's going on. As you can see, some cards can allow you to see what's going on. And there's a bunch of other cards. Nope is basically you can stop the action of another player. You can play at any time, but you can nope a nope, and you can nope a nope a nope. You can just keep going back and forth, canceling each other out. There's minion cards of different types. This is Bob, and if they're nothing by themselves, but if you have two of them, you get to play them together and take a random card from another player. You can attack, which is you don't draw any cards, but you force the next player to take two cards. This is a great one if someone did a diffuse and they're like, hey, I put that card on top. Well, playing attack card is going to make the other player take two actions in a row. We've talked about Save the Future. Clone is basically when you play it, it becomes whatever is the cards below it in the discard pile. So all sorts of different weird and wacky ways to mess with the discard pile. It's all about intrigue, messing, bluffing, and hoping you have a diffuse when the explosion comes up. And you're trying to be the last one standing. If you are, you win. All right, well, there's Exploding Minions. Now, I played Exploding Kittens. I like this one better. For me, the silliness totally fits the theme. They're running around exploding things. That's just what the Minions do. And I'm a little biased because I like the Minions in the movies and such. I just think they're funny. I like cats too, but like the artwork on the card, I like these just so much better. Plus they had at least one new card here. I think it was the clone one. I like this one better than Exploding Kittens. The silliness, and it totally fits the theme. When you diffuse, you get to put the minion anywhere on top, which I love, because it's like, oh, did they put it on top or not? Yeah, I put it on top. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. You're trying to get them to waste good cards? If not, let's see what happens. There's a lot of head games, a lot of bluffing, a lot of double bluffing, a lot of table talk, and I like that aspect of this game. You can play as little or as many cards as you want. You might want to save your cards at the beginning of the game and just draw a bunch of cards so you have a lot. You can have an unlimited hand size. Or you can play a card and then have to play another card and then see a thing and play another card. You know, you can do a lot of things as well. So I like the flexibility of the turn order. There's a lot of intrigue, a lot of not knowing what's going on, not knowing what's under there, but other people know things that you don't know sometimes. It's all about bluffing and head games as well. So putting cards on the bottom for no reason, so the next person thinks it's safe, but you might have just been totally messing with them. On the negative side of things, the game can feel quite random. It's a card game that's pretty random. It has player elimination. You can get eliminated early. You're going to be out for a little bit. The game's not that long, so it's not that bad. But the game also has a decent amount of what we call take that, which is like stealing cards from players, trying to mess with other players. I think if you know what you're getting into here, a very light card game, beer and pretzel style game, don't take it too seriously, laugh. I actually had a lot of fun playing this, much more than I ever imagined I would. We're laughing and giggling and just messing, shooting the breeze, having fun with friends, and talking trash. If you're in a mood for something super light, you know it's super random, it's not a big deal, but you're talking trash, playing cards, laughing at each other, messing with each other. I think if you go in there with this and knowing that this is what that's about, I think you can enjoy it. I did, definitely more than I thought I would, and that is Exploding Minions. Game Toppers not only transforms your existing table to a high-quality gaming solution, they now offer full leg kits and dining cover solutions for the full table application. Paired with their amazing, thematic, premium stitch edge mats from noted board game artists like Vincent Dutray, collapsible cup holders, and really cool accessories, it's a complete system that upgrades every game you play. Go to GameToppersLLC.com or click the link below.